Can any of you guys get your cats to present for voluntary injection at home? Probably not, right? So Bala is trained through what's called positive reinforcement training. That means we ask for a behavior, and it's entirely up to her if she participates in that training session or not. If she does it for asking, she gets a reward. Maybe food, maybe a toy, maybe a back scratch around the chin. We find what's reinforcing to Bala and to our tigers, and then we reward those behaviors. Now, if they don't do what we're asking, we don't punish, we don't say no. We just say, you know what, we'll try again another time. So this morning, we asked Bala to come over and present for an injection. She lay down in a small medical chute where our veterinarians were able to come up, interact with her. And one of the keepers was able to reach into that chute with a long pole, pull out Bala's tail while she was sitting there. The tigers have a long vein that runs up and down the length of the tail. They were able to give her an injection directly into that vein in the tail as well. So it was pretty darn cool. Then she went over, she lay down her habitat. They intubated her, which means putting that tube down her throat into her lungs, gave her the second anesthetic just to make sure she stays asleep, and then went ahead and brought her out to the hospital from there. You're patiently waiting over there. Go ahead, you have a question.
So if she comes over here, what time will she leave?
That's a good question. What time will she wake up? Hopefully when she's home. So, Bala is actually just here in the hospital for probably about an hour, I would say. So these exams typically last anywhere from about 45 minutes to an hour for our veterinarians to do a full comprehensive checkup.
Keep Girl here, Busch Gardens, Animal Care Center. They are doing a routine checkup on a tiger.
So that way, as far as Bala is concerned, she came over this morning, she said hi to the keepers, she got some rewards for being a good girl, so early doing lollipop, after you go to the doctor's office and get a shot in, and then she goes, and then she'll wake up in her home. She might smell a little bit, she might smell like a couple people, but as far as she's convinced, she fell asleep at home and she woke up at home. So it's really cool because we're not minimizing the stress on Bala from a medical perspective, we're eliminating it entirely, because it's entirely up to her whether or not she wants to participate in those training sessions or not. Luckily this morning she decided to do that, otherwise I'd have to be telling all of you guys I'm really sorry, but the tiger didn't feel like coming to see us today. So. But the cool thing about that is, again, it's all up to her. If she doesn't want to do that interaction, if she doesn't want to present for that injection, she does not have to entirely volunteer.
There's screens where we can watch closer, but I'll show you the real thing.
She,
She'll have a sense of human on her. How do the other tigers pick up on the other tigers?
Oh, that's a great question. So the question was, since when she wakes up, she's probably definitely going to smell a lot more like people really than she normally would. How will the other tigers react? Honestly, probably not a whole lot different than normal. They might essentially pay a little bit more attention to her because she smells really interesting, but not much more out of that. Now that's because of the fact that humans are not really a alien scent to the tigers, if you will. Our tigers are very comfortable around the keepers. They interact with them on a daily basis. So they're very used to the smells of people, the sounds of people, the sights of people. Bala will smell a little more people-esque, I guess, if you will, when she gets home. Great question. Now again, for everybody who's joining us at home, we're actually broadcasting live to all of you guys at home on Facebook. Well, we've also got a lot of guests here in the Animal Care Center at Busch Gardens today. We're showing off our female Bengal tiger. Her name is Zara. Zara is a 12-year-old female tiger. Or, I'm sorry, not Zara, Bala. What am I working on today? Zara was last week. It's been a week of tigers. So, Bala is a female 12-year-old Bengal tiger. And what we're doing today is a comprehensive yearly checkup. We're actually trying to do a top-to-bottom exam, where we're trying to figure out how Bala is doing. We want to do this yearly checkup on her just to make sure that she's healthy, she's doing well. The keepers interact with her every day, so they know that Bala seems like she's in really good health. But we always want to kind of take that extra level of precautions to sort of get this inside look at her behind the scenes and really know how she's feeling. You know, does she have anything that she might be hiding from us? Is she maybe feeling sick and just not showing that off? Does she have an injury that she's managed to hide too? That's a very real thing that animals will try to do. They don't want to show any signs of illness, disease, or even injury, because if you can see those, so could potentially other predators or other competition too. So animals always try to hide any signs of weakness or illness they might have, which makes these types of exams essential to make sure we're giving them the best care that we possibly can. We have a question from home, it looks like, possibly.
For those of you watching on Facebook, we're going to let you guys keep tuning in to the tiger exam. Thank you guys for watching. We know it's still super fascinating to get to see this up close, so we're going to let you watch a little bit longer for without audio, and then we're going to wrap up pretty shortly.
Awesome. So now I get to talk to you guys. Again, my name is Trevor. For everyone who came a little bit later. If you guys do have any questions, like you were saying, please by all means let me know. I'd be more than happy to answer those for you. Yes.
Do you get physicals to all of the animals?
We do for the vast majority of the animals in the park. And I say vast majority because I don't think every one of our Madagascar has seen cockroaches. It's a comprehensive yearly check. But most of our animals do. Now it also depends upon the species itself. So for instance, a lot of our livestock do not get annual physicals, just because of the fact that they are very different from a tiger in the sense that your predatory species tend to be a little bit more self-confident. They tend to really want to go out of their way to interact with us, whereas a lot of your very high-strung prey species might prefer to spend a little bit more time alone. So for those animals, a lot of times we don't do a yearly checkup. Instead, we sort of do spot yearly checkups, if you will. So if we notice anything that seems abnormal with those animals, maybe the animal's walking a little bit funny, maybe it's spending a bit more time away from the group than it normally would, maybe there's a change in appetite. Those are things that can trigger us saying, you know what, we should probably take this animal to the hospital and go ahead and do a yearly checkup on them from there as well, too. It really just kind of depends upon the species. Now, for a lot of your larger ones, like your big cats in particular, they tend to get a biannual yearly checkup. So rather than coming up once a year, they come up every other year, just because of the fact that the process of bringing them up is so involved. So we don't necessarily want to do that every year because that's a lot of anesthetics. So as we were talking about earlier, anesthesias are much safer than what they once were, but still you want to kind of try to minimize or avoid the use of them however you can whenever possible. So for Bala, every other year seems to be just fine for our tigers. Now working on right now, we have 3 veterinarians actually in the room. So Dr. Pete is the one taking it back to us. He's the one kind of sort of leading the exam, if you will, today. So he's sort of the primary peer doctor, I guess, if you will, in this particular case. Then we also have Dr. Dominique, who is in the green shirt and blonde ponytail. She is acting as our anesthesiologist today. So that means she's kind of running the anesthesia for our tiger. She's monitoring his vitals, she's making sure that everything looks as it should, and deciding whether or not Bala is getting more or any less of that anesthetic. Now you can actually see the glue machine with all the pipes and tubes connected to it. So that is the machine that's giving Bala the inhalant anesthetic. It's giving her what's called isoflurane. 2-chloro, 2-dichloromethopsy, 1,1-trichloride, and if you want to get really technical, but nobody ever does that on anyway, that is the inhalant anesthetic that she's breathing and she's staying asleep. We're either giving her more or less of it. See, it says 2.0. That's the percentage of that anesthetic gas mixed in with oxygen. You can go up to about 5% isoflurane versus 95% oxygen, or more or less depending upon how that animal is reacting. Yes, ma'am?
Like the birthdays, so then like you come in with
Good question. They come in on Thursdays for checkup. So, for some animals, they might. It just kind of depends on when we schedule that yearly exam. For her birthday, though, rather than getting a checkup, a lot of times she actually gets a whole bunch of presents and toys. So, kind of as we do. So, the keepers really like to go out of their way to really give her a lot of fun surprises on that day. We actually might get a lot of those surprises here in the Animal Care Center. So, if you visit us a lot of times in the morning, you guys might get a chance to, or in the afternoons, I should say, you might see us over in that kitchen making a big toy for the animals. You might see us making an ice cream for those animals. You might see us making a cake for them too. Granted, for her, it's probably going to be a meat cake rather than, say, a chocolate cake. I don't think that she'd enjoy that quite as much. But yeah, whatever we need to do to make her have a special day, we're going to do a lot of times. Again, for everybody who's just joining us today, this is Bala. It's a female 12-year-old Bengal Tiger. And Bala is here for an annual visit. So just basically checking out her top off to make sure she's ready to make sure that she is looking as she should. We're going to be taking blood samples, urine samples. There's an x-rays already. She's doing comprehensive top to bottom. Come on, guys. Now, Bala is the only scheduled patient we have for the hospital today. Go ahead.
I noticed that you posted yesterday that you would be doing this. Please do that more often.
Yes,
please.
Now, the challenge for us is the fact that essentially, all of this morning, it was entirely up to her whether or not she wanted to interact with you, because she come up, as we were saying, from a voluntary injection. So entirely up to her. Honestly, Bala is a very strong, independent young woman, so good for her. And as such, it's kind of 50-50 with her a lot of times. I'm not gonna lie, I was holding my breath this morning when I saw that you posted that online, because, well, you might have said, absolutely not, I don't feel like it. So that's why we typically don't post our procedures in advance. We are hopefully going to look into maybe trying that sometimes in the future with some of our other animal flesh. We've always got to bear in mind that even when we say that, it's still up to the end. You might end up saying, actually, just kidding. We are not really doing it out there. And again, that's okay. It's entirely up to them. Has she had any offspring yet? Good question. Miss Bala has not had any offspring. She actually hasn't had any babies, and she probably never will. I know, but here's the reason why. Now, Bala is a Bengal tiger. Bengal tigers are one of the most common tigers that you're going to see in a lot of zoos and facilities around the world. Now, because of that, their numbers are pretty good. They're pretty high up there. Bala, in fact, has genes that are a little closely related to a lot of other tigers out there. So for us to actually have Bala have babies, we could actually do some damage to tigers over time, because too many tigers might start being related to one another, and that could be a real bad thing. So we do have great plans for a lot of types of tigers, such as Malayan tigers here at the park. Malayan tigers are critically endangered. There's far less of them than there are Bengals. There's several thousand Bengal tigers left on the planet. Not really a whole lot, but that's a lot more than the Malayans, which number is the low 100s. There's not a whole lot of those tigers left. The last time that I heard was, I think, 500 or possibly less. So we actually have bred Malayan tigers in the past. Hopefully, we'll do that again in the future. We do still have a more white tiger. In fact, Bala is one of those white tigers named Lane. So Bala is a brother Busch, as well as white tiger named Lane. We also have Lane's brother King, who actually lives separate from them. Just because King and Bala don't always see eye to eye, so the two of them actually live separate nowadays. But Lane gets along pretty great with both King and Bala, so she actually thinks that's sort of both of them. So tigers are interesting in that they're not really intrinsically social species, especially out in the wild. But if you've been raising tigers alongside one another their entire lives, a lot of times they'll get along quite well with one another. Now, as they get older, that might change. If opinions about one another change or attitudes change, that's okay. We'll say, you know what? You guys probably don't want to hang out anymore, so we'll keep you all separate. That's kind of the case with Bala and King. A long time ago, they did used to live together. As they got older, they kind of grew more apart. So the decision was made to say, you know what? They probably don't really want to hang out with one another. But yes, Bala, like we were saying earlier, has not had an option, and probably will not in the near future. But we are focused very much so on the Malayan tigers, whose numbers are much lower. Great questions so far, guys. So, does anyone else have any other questions so far? Anything else I haven't had a chance to touch on? You might want to know a little bit more about it.
What would stand out that she needs further help?
Great question. So, what I think we would be looking for today to really figure out this new additional health care. So, one of the things that we did earlier actually ties with our see that in a minute. Now that I'm not stuck in one spot and we're basically left, I'm moving around and trying to tell you guys a little bit more about what Dr. Stu's doing today. So, you can see Dr. B is working on sort of a small little spot of skin, kind of near Bala's section. So, since Bala is a 12-year-old tiger, that's pretty darn old for a tiger. In the wild, they might live maximum 7 or 8 years, just about 12 years old right now. Now, in the zoo, they can live up to 15 to 20 years. That's kind of the extreme end of the So, she's in pretty good health overall. There are a lot of age-related changes that we want to start with.
I mean, more.
Older animals, just like older people, can be prone to health-related things such as age-related things such as arthritis, issues with their heart, or in the case of a lot of tigers, a lot of times issues with their kidneys too. So all cats eventually will undergo kidney failure. Whether it's a house cat, if you've ever had a house cat, or a Himalayan tiger, because of how their bodies actually essentially interact with their kidneys over time. So that's something that we're kind of looking at earlier. We're checking out how our kidneys are doing, but it looks like we might have a small lump on the side. Now, that could be something very strange. You know, that could be something very concerning, like cancerous mass, or it could be just something like a benign. So it looks like we're trying to take some biopsies of that. Something about your long here, and it's really that. You're trying to take a little bit of we send that down to our pathologist, Dr. Nancy, from the lab in the college. So Dr. Nancy, as a pathologist, veterinary pathologist, she's a veterinarian who kind of further specializes in studying disease. So she can look at things under a microscope and tell us, are we looking at something like cancer? Are we looking at fatty liver? Is it cancer? Is it benign? Is it malignant? How do we best go about treating this? Or is it something like a small infection that maybe the body localized and kind of walled off? There's a lot of things that that could be. Hopefully nothing really serious, but we want to make sure we know exactly.
But that's never happened.
That's a great question. Tigers get Parkinson's. You know, that's a big question. I'll have to ask Dr. Reed at the end of the exam. Now, I don't think that I've ever heard of tigers getting Parkinson's, but there are some various diseases and ailments, issues that animals and people can get. So the most noteworthy one probably I would say is the one that I just mentioned a little bit earlier, arthritis. So arthritis is what happens when as you get a little bit older, a lot of times some of your joints kind of start hurting a little bit. They kind of get a little worn down on them. There's a lot of inflammation going on there too. Now in the wild, you don't see a lot of animals with arthritis, but in a zoo, you probably see a high percentage. Anyone want to take wild guesses as to why that might be? They live longer, exactly. Yeah, in the zoo, if you have arthritis, we can treat you for that. We can give you anti-inflammatory medication. We can do a lot of those therapeutic things to really help with that inflammation. In the wild, that's what your lunch. It's going to be slower. You may be not able to catch your food, or you might not food for another animal. That's part of the reason why animals live so much longer than humans in the wild.
So I see they're putting her stitches, but they have to put a cone on her, kind of like other animals.
No, great question. I don't believe that there is a tiger cone of shame just yet. But it does bring a very good point. You know, we have to put examples. The next question then becomes, how do we keep that animal nested with those stitches? Now, in some species that is very much an issue. In some species it's really not much of an issue at all. And as juxtaposed to do, if we had to put stitches or say some sort of medical device on some wild bird, like people or a hawk, they're going to swing, and put metal pins in place, stitches around that hook in there, that bird probably wouldn't even do anything with it. It might land at once and then almost forget that it's there. Now, if you try to do something like that with a chimpanzee, it's